We want to welcome all of you here, and we'll let you all have an opportunity to really tell us about what you're doing. Right now, we've got to have prayer. Norma, will you please lead us?
I will. If we could all bring ourselves fully present. We want to give thanks and praises to the Most High for this day. We are so grateful for this opportunity to come together again as community. We are grateful for all of the things that we have been given to enjoy life. We thank you for the blessing of health. We thank you for family. We thank you for community. We thank you for this organization, the Movement 46, which seeks to help your people to be all that they can be and to live their best lives. We ask that you be with us in this meeting and every day hereafter. We just give you thanks and praises, and we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Just so that we know, we have 2 agenda items today. One of them is about our organic garden, and the other one is about what we call, or what they call, harvesting. And that is the harvesting of our young people for 2 purposes. One is for sex, and the other one is for organs. And it's a very, very serious situation. And I want to thank the Chief of Police, Marquez James, for coming to help us figure out how we're going to protect our community. So, Norma?
Okay, so what I have to say is very brief. I was on Joe Turnham's Facebook page maybe a month and a half ago, and I ran across a video that I think I've shared with almost everybody here by now about something that was happening in our community that I was unaware of. And so I clicked on the video, and this gentleman was on the video talking about an organic farm that's right here in Macon County out on Highway 199. I was so excited, I immediately sent him a Facebook request, which he accepted. And the next week, I sent him an invitation to come and speak to us, which I am so grateful that he's here. So we're going to turn it over to him and let him tell us all about Lifetime Natural Organic Farms, how it came to be here in Tuskegee, what his vision for it is in our community, but most of all, we want to welcome him in the spirit of Tuskegee. So let's give him a big hand. So Mr. Wells, take it away.
Well, I want to first let everybody know how much I appreciate you even giving me the opportunity to even sit here and talk to you guys. It was a humbling moment today, believe it or not. I came in here and Chief didn't know who I was or anybody, and I just sat down listening to them and listened about your history. You know, I don't know it. You know, I'm a newbie. I'm from California, and it's humbling to be a part of Tuskegee's history, the possibility. And you know, I tell everybody I have a story, but it's God's story too, how we got here. And it's a long story, so I'll have to give you the abridged version of it. But Josie's even part of it, aren't you, girlfriend? So that's my Kelly girl. So Lifetime Natural Organic Farm is a dream, you know, vision. It's my ministry. Okay. My family has a prison ministry, and we're in 120 countries and territories. My prison ministry is international, and I ran that for a while. And one of the things that we did was we started a farm, and it's a nonprofit. And to be quite honest, that's not the vision they had. So. Not too long ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I was praying and I said, God, you know, what is my purpose? And I was dating a young lady, and every time I start talking about organic farming, she said I lit up. She said I got excited. And it was like the most exciting. She says, why are you not doing what God put you on earth for? And so, long story short, I talked to one of my best friends, who we've been business partners since '97, and I said, you know, we could do this. We could start a farm. We've done it before. Let's do it at something huge. You know, that's what dreaming does. You go way outside your circle. And so he and a couple other of my buddies, we put together a business plan, and we courted that man right here, the mayor, and the other mayor that was here, and Joe Turnham. He's been a true blessing to Lifetime Natural Organic Farm. I wish he was here so I could personally thank him. But Macon County and us, we basically partnered together. We are on 199, and 6 months ago we started breaking ground, and 6 months later, Lifetime Natural Organic Farm is the largest USDA certified organic farm in the state of Alabama. Don Wombles from the state of Alabama came out and he says, "Where did you guys come from?" And I said, "Where did you come from? We need you too." So the truth is, it's been a humbling journey to get where we are. Being this is my ministry. Just to let you know a little bit about me, I'm from California. I'm about 6'6", 6'5", and a little higher. And I've been an athlete all my life, if you can't tell, you know. I mean, I'm an old man. You know, I'm 57 years old, but you know, my mom says, she says, keep living. I'm going to keep living. But it's really funny, I go to the gym every day, that's one of my stress releases, and you know, I go out there and I'm stronger than all the kids, you know, and they go, "How old are you?" I tell them, they go, "You gotta be kidding me." And I said, "I got an advantage over you, I've been an athlete all my life, you haven't." But my story comes from, I'm a surfer, I'm a vegetarian. I was the top tight end, one of the top tight ends in the United States when I went into college. I was recruited even by Bear Bryant, and I chose University of California, USC, and I played ball for them. But I did not finish my career there. God had me. There's always been this drive to do something. I didn't know what it was, but my journey, and one day I'll share it, was everything that's happened to me has brought me to Tuskegee. And that's unique. It's hard to explain, but...
No, it's not.
Look around the room. But trust me, if I had a choice, if I had a choice right now, I'd be in either Maui, Hawaii, surfing, or in New Zealand, surfing. That's where I'd be right now. Okay, so I want you to understand, I don't want to be here. But I'll tell you, it's amazing if you just listen to God's voice, how the events in your life bring you to a point where you're at today. Now, a lot of people don't know what their purpose is. I think I found it, you know, and that's unique, you know. I don't know how we're going to survive or how we're going to make tomorrow, but I can tell you that our farm, God has opened up so many doors to get us where we're at. We've had a lot of stumbling blocks. It's been difficult, you know, being a black man. You know, it's not easy, but I can tell you that I have not allowed that to stop us for our success. And God has really showed up and showed out. That's what my mom always says, okay? So we currently sell produce to Whole Foods, all the Alabama locations. That's Montgomery. There's one in Montgomery, there's one in Hoover, one in Mountain Brook. That's in Birmingham, and then there's one in Huntsville. And yesterday, we met with the Brazelton corporate headquarters in Georgia, and we're going to start selling to 400 stores there. So God is opening up doors. I want you to understand, that's almost an impossible thing to happen. So it wasn't me, trust me. But I can tell you that it was from 2008 that I built a relationship with Brent Damaris, who is over that portion of Whole Foods. At the time, he wasn't the big bucking one, but now he is. But because I built a relationship with him in 2008, 2009, I was able to call him, and he said, let's do this. Even though we're a small farm, but we are still a large organic farm. Our goal is, we have 65 acres, thanks to Macon County Development, and we currently have 20 acres in play. We'll hopefully in spring have another 20 to 40 acres in play. We are a biointensive farm, which simply means it's not row farming. Row farming, you have small rows. We are 4 or 5 foot rows, and they go 400 feet, and you're planting at a density that are really close. So instead of having 1, 2, 3, straight up the line, you could have 6 to 8 in a row that are a foot apart. And so what happens is, in the biointensive world, it's a no-till. What we do is we build an organic bed. We call it double dug bed, but in the commercial world, it's not. It's just a. Let me ask you this: has anybody come to our farm? That's shame on you. Your girlfriend there, you weren't there, that'd be a shame.
Going towards exit 38.
Right past the church.
Here's my business card.
Yeah, easy road.
But the beds are raised beds, basically, and and the methodology that we're utilizing is because it's no-till. We break the dirt up the first time. That could be 3 to 4 feet, and then you do a reverse till to create the shape of the bed. It's called bed shaping. At that point, you're introducing soil amendments and micronutrients and go on and on and on. But because we're not tilling the ground, see, and this is, and I'm a California boy sharing this. This is pretty impressive. So in the row farming, tilling, the tiller does this. Okay, what does that do? It's hitting the ground, right? And so where it's hitting, it becomes a hard pan. Okay. So it's like this, okay? So the till goes that deep, so you got about a foot. And every year, and every time they're changing crops, they hit the same spot. So that becomes a hard pan, hard as a rock. So let's think about this. So when you put a seed in, or you have a transplant, the root system in 3 weeks can grow this long. Okay, so when you hits that, what does it do? It goes this. Okay, so if you have another plant here, they start fighting for the nutrients, micronutrients, right? So in the world of biointensive farming and no-till, what happens is the root system does what? Goes down. Straight down. And it never fights. And so the goal here is to create an ecosystem of worms, good bacteria, fungicides, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I won't go into. You want that in the earth, so it heals itself. So what we're doing is we are growing the plant. And when you grow the plant will make sure the ground the soil, forgive me, will be perfect, because you're taking samples of the leaf, the sample of the plant, and we are able to tell what it's missing. So what it's missing, we make sure we put back into the soil. So we're growing the plant, but by doing so, that soil becomes perfect. It becomes its own ecosystem, it has the right bacteria, and voila, after a year or two, with the worms doing this, the worms actually till. They go up, they eat, and then when they defecate, it's that worm casting. It's God food. Okay, there's no fertilizer better than worm casting. Okay, so as they do this for years, and you're not tilling, you're not killing them, and what happens is you just have millions of worms in your farm, and they go down 20 feet deep and go back up. So now you have this perfect ecosystem, and your plants are healthy. Because they're healthy, you even don't have as bad of pests, and because we're growing at a high density, basically the canopy of the leaves touch. In the Amazon, do you have weeds in the Amazon? On the floor? No. Why? Because the canopy touches. What do the trees and all the plants do? They all race to the top. Who's going to be higher? And that's what they do all the time. And that's what happens in the biointensive world. And because they're touching the canopy, there's no weeds. Even if they show up, they die, or you just pick them. And it's something you can do. So that's it in a nutshell. But one of the things that I believe in, being a vegetarian, is that a healthy body creates a healthy mind. With a healthy mind, you can make wise, smart decisions. And biblically, if you're a Christian, that's when God can open up your brain and use you. And I tell everybody we have a story, but it's His story that He's done for us at Lifetime Natural Organic Farm and our partners that I have. It's John Simon, Gary Bruce, and Kuhn Lynn. We are the principal owners of the company, and we have made a commitment to Tuskegee. I didn't have to live here. I didn't have to get a house here. And matter of fact, we got 4 now here that we're living here. Okay, so I've made a commitment to your mayor that I'm going to do everything I can to bring a living wage to we, as we grow, we could hire as many as 100 full-time employees on the farm. So right now we have over 10, 15 people on the farm at any given time. And we have an amazing group of young men and women that are working for us. They come from all backgrounds. Sad, a lot of them have had it rough. But where I grew up, and me being in the prison ministry, I love this. I love mentoring these young men and women and giving them a chance, and just keep us in your prayers. We have a lot of hurdles to cross. We need to get into Sprouts and Kroger's and direct into Publix and Earth Fare and
family food.
Yes.
Well, now I'm going to be honest, okay? One thing you'll love about me, I don't lie, and when I tell you stuff, it kind of bites me in the butt sometimes because I'm just straight. You'll know how I feel about you. But anyway, there's a guy who owns 235 Piggly Wiggly's. And he's the owner. And I said, you know, you, a good friend of ours, introduced me. And he said, yeah, have him call me. And I said, we're ready to sell you produce at whatever you can afford. And he giggled. He goes, this is Piggly Wiggly's. You know?
That's good to know.
He says basically the socioeconomic class of the people that are buying, they're not interested in organic produce. And the truth is, I said, I'll sell it to you at conventional prices just so you can have, just to help. He said, nah. Okay, and let's talk about us in Tuskegee. Don't think I haven't tried. Don't think I haven't tried. And I've said this, and I said the same thing. And no one here buys. Okay, but that's not a problem. You know, that is just how we think. Now, what's really cool, what's really amazing, I have brought people out to the farm, right? And I said, just try this. I mean, this is straight off the plant, the vine. There's a mini sweet pepper. There's an orange one and there's a red one. And I let people try it, and they go, that's really sweet. And I go, yeah, because it's not from Mexico or China or California, that the ground is polluted, it's full of pesticides. The food that you eat from us has a taste. It has a flavor. It has substance. It's healthy. It has antioxidants. It's pure food. It's alive. Okay? And what's wild is, to me, 1 + 1 = 2. So if you have the best food you can get, and it's in your backyard, and we are here for the community, what in the world are we doing? And I ain't saying nothing bad, because I love us. I'm going to be here until God kicks us out. Okay? And want to know something? It's His. Lifetime Natural Organic Farm, I don't know if you read the back of this, it says, Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. You know, this is God's, and I know we're not going to fail, but we got to do this together. Some of the things that we need to do as a collective, because I have come here, and the mayor knows this, and I know Joe Turnham understands this. We're not here for us. I could have gone to other locations, better land, have a mere plethora of people that would work for us, you know, that know what they're doing, but we chose here. We chose here because one of my advisors told us to go to the George Washington Carver Museum here on the campus, right? He says, don't do anything else. Go downstairs. And I'm like, go downstairs. It's a little dark. It's a cheap old video. He says it's a VHS or something. Just go look at it. And I'm a techie, okay? I write software. I mean, I was the B2B director for a huge company. Okay, that's all I know is computers and graphics and video and all that. So when I went down there, I'm like, well, this is embarrassing. You know, this is Tuskegee University. And I was like, okay, so I'm already like, what am I doing here? And then I start listening to the story, and you get lost. And I started listening about Booker T, about George Washington Carver, how he traveled all over the world, how he didn't take the salary, how everybody knew him, how he changed the. I mean, I kind of knew it, but this is the first time it touched me. And without going into too much detail, I realized at that point that God wanted us here. And now that we're here, I know we're supposed to be here. You know. And I tell one of my advisors all the time, I talk to him all the time, I said, I'm scared. You know, I don't know what to do. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. You know, because we need things that aren't happening. But I understand why they're not happening because of where we're located. But at the same time, God can work miracles, okay? One of the things that we need to do as a collective, and I'm going to tell you all this because this is your business, because we are going to be bringing in tax money. We're going to be doing, one of our goals is to help get the square redone. You know, we're gonna invest our monies into Tuskegee. As God blesses us, you can't give more than what God gives, and I know that. I come from a ministry family, and I know that for a fact. So one of the things we're here is to give. So what am I telling you guys? We need to get people like the graduates, like Lionel Richie, Tom Joyner. We need people like Steve Harvey and Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. If they knew what we have here, they would all be part of it. But I don't. You know, you can't just call them. It has to be somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, so they understand what this really is. Because for all they know is I'm this fly boy from California who think he's a pretty boy, which I don't. I'm one of the most humble men you'll ever meet. You know, when you get to know me, I got some issues. but I'm a good man. Anybody will tell you that. I got issues, but I'm a good man. So what I'm saying is that I know how I have succeeded so far is collecting people and getting the right people to be a part of us. And just to let you know, I talked to a guy in Vietnam today, a friend of mine. I told him, you know, I cried out to him. I said, this is what we need, man. He said, just hang in there. He said, I'm going to China. I'll be in China next week, and we'll take care of some stuff. So what I'm sharing with you is it's these. I've known him since I was 6th grade or something. You know, these are people that I've collected, and they're still part of my team. So what I'm telling you guys is we need you, and hopefully, you know, we need you, and I hope you guys know.
I need you.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, to make this work. You know, I apologize for being so blunt. You know, I don't know if I'll ever speak to you guys again. But I can tell you this, is that my heart's here. Don't want it to be, but it is here. You know, if I told you all the things that I've sacrificed to stay here and to do what I'm doing, if you knew how much money I pay myself, you wouldn't believe it. Because I'm struggling to be successful for us. Okay, not me.
Well, we appreciate you, I tell you that.
So are you ready to field a couple of questions?
You can ask anything you want.
I have a hand over
And
here.
here's my business cards if anybody wants to just pass them around.
Do you sell, you mentioned the entities to which you sell. Do you sell to individuals?
This is something that I want to present to the community, is just that you don't, until you know people, you can't just do things. So one of the things that we will possibly do is start a CSA, community service agriculture, and community supported ag, where, you know, if a person wants to buy from us, they would it's called being part of the owner. That you would own part of it, not in the sense of stock, but every year you pay a certain amount. There may be 2 or 3 different levels, and what happens is every week or every other week or once a month you come and get produce. Okay, and that's the best way to support your farm, and that's one of the things that we want to do. But it's Tuskegee, you know, and I've talked to people, and honestly, I haven't found anybody really interested in buying produce from us here.
You're in the right place now.
Talking to us.
You're in the right place
Also,
now.
better, we have a water distribution company, we'd be able to distribute the water along, the food along with the water.
That's right.
You know, so it's one hand watching the other.
Yeah, that's why we're here to talk.
Our cooperative extension person just walked in, and the young lady was getting her PhD in some kind of agriculture. Jasmine, I don't know what you're doing, but you'll tell them. And so you're in the right place.
Yes,
So we
ma'am.
have a hand over here.
My committee is about seniors, seniors being included, more included in things that we're doing in the community, and supporting all accessibility. That means any handicap you can think of, including money. When people have a money handicap, I'm very serious about it, no joke. People have a money handicap. We need to find a way where we create a bank, a community co-op, where we can make ourselves able to help people who realize they can afford good help. Is there some way you can help us with that?
Well, I lecture at Tuskegee University, Auburn University. I don't know why you guys want to hear me, but anyway, one of the ladies brought up something that was pretty humbling and is exciting to hear at the same time if we can figure it out. She goes, there are people on welfare that would love to buy organic produce, but we have an EBT card. And I said, well, that's not going to be an issue if we figure out how we as a collective can sell our produce where we can sell it as with the EBT card.
It's already being done.
Okay, so I know we're going to do it. I can't do everything in the same day because we've only been in business, honestly, on the ground 4 months. Okay, I don't even know if you can even comprehend what I just said. We in 4 months we planted. We became certified. We are selling to Whole Foods, Publix, the restaurants all around town. And we did all that with God in charge in 4 months. And we're the largest, I want to make sure the largest in Alabama. People, that's unheard of. So I know God's at play. And for us to be here, I prayed before I came, I said, God, don't let me say anything that I'm not supposed to. So that's your fault. I prayed. I ain't scared.
Well, I think what we probably need to do is let you know a little bit about us as the Movement 46, because you are in the right place. We have over 30,000 volunteer hours since February of this year. So we understand about how God moves, because we certainly did not sit down and write that out and go through a whole plan. We just looked up and the people started coming, and they came from all walks of life. We would love for you to be a part of, and what we say is that there's no dues. It is about people who want to do positive things in Tuskegee and Macon County. We pick up trash, we plant flowers, we're putting murals on the walls. We are doing whatever we can to make this place a wonderful place to live. Now, you need to understand that there are some of us who grew up in Tuskegee. We know about George Washington Carver and the museum because we went there every weekend, and certainly every Easter holiday, because we were all dressed up and we went on the campus and we went to the Carver Museum. So we are really very much indoctrinated into the history as well as the pride that we have because we are such a fortunate community. So we welcome you.
I appreciate it.
Because, you know, a lot of folk come from a lot of places that love Tuskegee and have done. I'm saying all that to say, see that gentleman right there?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, I heard him talking about Tuskegee.
Guy Trammell. And he not only is our historian, but he is the gateway to do that EBT process for that. He's in charge of the food pantry. So you all need to get together, and that was part of what we do. We put people together to do things.
One of the things, just to let you know, we give away a lot of produce that is not first. Okay, so I give away, or we give away, I'm sure thousands of pounds already to feed the homeless. They're in Jemison, Alabama, I believe it is. Her name's Betty. I used to give to them years ago when I had the other farm. So we've been giving to her, but at the same token, you know, I believe we should be helping our community.
Yes.
But again, I'm embarrassed to say this. I don't know how to get our community to be a part of us. And my farm, our farm, God's farm, is your farm. And I can't get a soul to want to buy produce from us. And I'm not, and I want to make sure you hear this. God's going to bless us with or without our community. But I didn't come here to not have everybody here healthy. I could have done this in Brazelton, not Brazelton, Bainbridge. Better, 10 times better than here. 10 times, 100,000 times better. I could have been there. You know, and all about the money.
We got 4 hands waiting. We got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, my name is Kia Brown. I'm a senior attending Tuskegee University. I'm from California as well, along with Kayla and my friend Elisa. She's from Birmingham. We are all co-founders of an organization called RISE, which stands for Resonating in a Safe Environment. And my question for you is, how can we as students who are on campus help to bring this movement to life, help to encourage our students? We've all been in talks, the 3 of us, at separate times or collectively about foods co-op in our neighborhood. There's no reason why we shouldn't have a natural foods co-op in our community because it comes from here. So how can we collectively as students who are involved in agriculture, students who know students and who are connected to students who are involved in agriculture and beans and stuff like that as well, how can we help grow this?
All we have to do is sit down together and talk. Since I've been in the farming industry, there's many things we can do. There's a lady that's here. She sells our produce all the time, but not to us. It's Auburn, because no one here wants to buy it.
That's a fact.
But I'm serious. But
Hold on, everybody. Hold
Hold
on.
on.
I don't know who you've been talking to.
They've been trying to get to
You have not talked to the right people.
What's really funny is, even the people who come to the farm, they go, well, we can't afford it. And I go, I'm not trying to get rich off of you. So
One of my
it's a
questions
misnomer.
was exactly
Did you get what
But
you?
to answer your question, take my card, and we either need to start a co-op, a true co-op, or we need to create some type of a, not really a food bank, some type of a friend of mine, one of my close friends, she every week or every 2 weeks on a Wednesday, she sells produce to the community, and she has like 500 people that come in, and so every week, every 2 weeks, what they do is they have a website and said these are what's available and this is what they cost and what do you want, but it's better. She goes, this is the bundle, or this is the box today. In the box is blah 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 blah. This is cost $40. This box costs $20, and this is what's in it. This costs $110. And you want to know something? She can't stop. I mean, everybody goes, and it's just a word of mouth. And once you start getting that produce and you taste it, if I put for Karen Hopkins, I love Karen. She came out there, picked up a green bell pepper, Vanguard pepper, and she just went like an apple, and she goes, "Oh, that's delicious." And so, yeah, after you try it, it's really that good. I mean, it's a total different taste than what you get at Walmart and Kroger and all that. Totally different.
All right, so y'all are gonna talk. Mr. Ali is next, and then Kayla, and then wait a minute, hold on. Mr. Ali was next. Hold on. Mr. Ali, and then Kayla, and then you, Clay.
So, first of all, I'll apologize if you haven't addressed this in the beginning because I came in a little bit late, but I heard you talk about Joe Turnham, and he's the director for the Macon County Economic Development Authority.
Yes.
And I was just wondering, what is your relationship with them? Because they just had a meeting at Tuskegee University that I was in attendance of, and I was a little bit worried about some of the answers that I received from Joe Turnham.
Joe in Macon County Development Director, Macon County, and the mayor, they've all been a part of our success. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be where we're at. Matter of fact, the land is Macon County's that we're on. Okay, and I can go into more detail, but that's not for you guys privy. But yeah, for us, everything that has happened with Macon County and the city of Tuskegee has been a blessing. Period.
I can add something to it if you don't mind, Sister.
You addressing his question?
Yeah. It's two sides of everything. So I just encourage TM46, as you go through things,
As we go through things.
As we go through things, as we all go through things, get all sides of everything. Because you're going to hear one side of it, but there's another side of it. There have been challenges with the Economic Development Authority. They're right there in my building. I talk to them every day. And I was fired up about the opportunity zones. We just fell out on that because what he said the other day about them taking them 12 down there, when they were to left, they left there with 3 zones. Tuskegee University was one of them. City of Tuskegee was one. 38 was one. I said, I don't care what you do with the rest. These three zones. They didn't get those 3. We just got that one out there. So there are multiple sides, but as Nelson has said, and I can tell you this, when he came, that's why I said when his name first came the last time, he went through a lot. This is his first time being here. In his first year being here. And that's why the reason I was saying that when I first heard it was so everybody understand it takes time. We have people who want to do something, they give up. They didn't give up. He brought multiple partners. We sat down with them. They came from a spiritual background. We talked about that. And we went and did that. And I was mayor pro tem at the time. That's why he said the other mayor, because before it was mayor. But he came and he understood. I understood it because I'm in the farming. And we talked about land. We talked about a different location. We even on that side of town. And one thing he said, I would be in Tuskegee so the people in Tuskegee benefit. They were talking about out in the county. He said, I want to be in Tuskegee. He said, I want the taxes to come to Tuskegee. I want to give a good wage to the people. And then I got so busy as mayor when he came back, we got together again, we got this going, and I came in and sat in on several meetings and they took off. So they have partnered with him and got it to the next level. So the traction with the Economic Development Authority, we have to push them to service us. And that's what I was saying in the meeting the other day. University's been out here a lot of times with the community, unfortunately. And we've got to push it back in here, and those who are in different positions, they're used to working outside of it. That's what the problem is. We haven't pushed them to work for us. Nelson was there, and his partners were there, and I was there. So when they took off, all I had to do was go on because they were off and running.
Yes.
So they have given a big help. And that property was actually for another black guy out of Nevada, if you remember, who came here and said he was going to do bamboo. I worked with him. CDC took some students off the campus to go out there and fix up that building. I don't know if that building is still out there.
Gone.
It's gone. Well, they want us to fix up the building. I took them out there, took my brother, took a whole team out there. He never went anywhere. He talked and wore us out and wasted our time. But then when he came back, Nelson had to be the right person at the right time, and as he got those acreage made available to him. So we just got to push him. That's all.
But, and I appreciate the answers, but with that meeting that we had, he was explicitly talking about bringing external investors and everything out, like bringing them into Macon County, talking about bringing people in to build condos and everything like that. But we have an organization here that renovates houses. So I just don't understand why, for someone who's only lived in the county for 2 years, wants to bring external business in when he doesn't even know about what's going on within the county.
Well, I'm an external
Nelson's
business.
external.
My
Yes,
money
I
is
understand
not from Tuskegee. My investors have nothing to do with Tuskegee.
Yeah.
And the investors that are coming in will have nothing to do with Tuskegee. All right, so I want to make sure you understand, I applaud Macon County Development. I have nothing bad to say about them. Matter of fact, I consider them part of us. And I believe there's bad and good and pros and cons in everything.
Yeah.
And we can choose what we seek. We can choose to find the bad or the good and deal with the good or the bad. I choose to see the blessing. And I choose to see that if it wasn't for Macon County and them allowing us to use that land, you would not be here with me today. We would not be the largest USDA certified organic farm if it wasn't for him. Matter of fact, we have contacts and people that we would have never met if it wasn't for Macon County Development. Okay, so all I can tell you is that this is new Tuskegee. There's politics here that I don't know about, but I can tell you I have nothing to hide, and I can tell you that the mayor has been true, and Macon County has been true to me. Now, to you guys have been here for years, but I can tell you that I am thankful, grateful, and blessed because of Joe Turnham, and you can tell him that.
Okay, so we have two more people who had their hands up, and the chief wanted to say something, and then we're going to have to wrap up because Jamil's presentation is coming up. So, Kayla, right?
Yes.
And then Clay, and then Chief.
Can I squeeze in to be supportive?
Okay.
Please don't way back.
We're going to give you a point of personal privilege, Josie, but make it quick. Go ahead.
Oh, right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just want to say that I really believe had it not been for the relationship that I was able to establish with Nelson a year into my farm, maybe not the first year, as a result of this is where the spiritual part comes in. It was at a conference. I learned that the health benefits of the blueberries are greater in the leaves, and so I started making teas. Passed out some of the teas for Nelson to taste, to have. Got excited. Next thing I know, we were able to barter. He got about 1,500 seedlings of blueberry plants.
Exactly.
And I got 3 years of labor from his organization. Wow. And he also provided a market for my blueberries. We kind of lost contact. But I am so glad. My husband is over there. Watching.
I know you're there.
And so I am really excited. You were describing my story about, I don't know why I got the farm. You kind of know my story.
Yeah.
But there is a very spiritual element to it. And you have to be willing to invest your time. It's discovering how to solve our problem. We have the resources. I don't quite understand the marketing piece. Most of my sales are outside the community. People were picking. I don't know why they don't come now, but I'm just hopeful that we can figure out how to do it. People are interested. We have to maybe have some special kind of marketing. In addition to you, and the support is here because Larry's sitting next to you.
Right.
Relocated, and he was one of the major persons that helped to clear.
Right.
So it just goes on and on and on, and the patience is required, but you're in the right place, and you're right on time. And so we just have to figure out.
Yeah.
TM46 is part of that kind of spiritual element that's happening here.
Well, I want to make sure you understand the relationship that we had. I saw that Josie had something that could be very successful. And I'm going to tell you what I saw. The land is history. Her land is history. There's a story.
Right.
And I did not want to see it fail. Okay? So she needed me, and so I took all her lands. No, I'm joking. What we did was we pruned everything. I had my guys prune it. We cleaned up everything, and there were saplings, or what do you want to call it, they were shooting out everywhere. So we just dug those up, and we took them, and we planted them. So You know, one of the things that you'll see about what we are, our company, is we want for all of us to succeed. So if we all succeed, it's a benefit for us as a collective. So, and Josie knows that I'm back, and I'm going to make sure that anything that I can do to help her, we're going to do it.
Thank you. Kayla.
Okay. Hi. So, my question was stemming from have you thought of considering, seeing that you're a USDA certified organization or business, if you've thought about working with the school? I know they're tax exempt, so sometimes people kind of turn their nose up in the air, or either working with the 503, I think it's 503C. 501C. Yes, thank you. So, because of like, there's a couple of organizations that I can think of that would love to partner with you, and maybe that can help circulate some of your vegetative products or produce.
I'm never going to say no. We just have to talk. You know, we're going to start a nonprofit. Just to let you know, one of my goals is to teach people how to feed themselves. You know, my goal is to find 10 homes here in Tuskegee and show them how to do what we're doing out there, and then they can feed the community. Just 10 25-foot beds in each house. You know, if they have enough land, you put about 6 of them, and then you get 10 homes around here, and that's enough. Literally, like, you could feed everybody in here. So
Talking about this decreasing health disparities. So that's a no-brainer to me. Clay, you got one.
It's just, what are your operating hours?
We're farmers.
So it's like 5 a.m. to like 5
There you go. Did you hear what he said?
I didn't know what he said.
Sun up and sun down.
Okay,
That's a farm. If you don't have a business.
Yeah. Okay.
Clay.
My question is, where are you located so I can come and see you?
I have a card. Do you have a card? It's 199
at Cheehaw.
Cheehaw, yeah. Beasley Road.
Right up past Cheehaw Church.
You know what a
Right where
church is?
Cheehaw Church is?
$199.
199. Near Shanty, across from Shanty Village,
Shanty
right?
Village, right across from Shanty Village. You know what Shanty Village is?
I'll take that. I'm going to. I haven't been yet either. Okay.
You know what Michael Clemens did?
What's that been in Tuskegee?
One of the things we need to do, young lady, is have tours.
Oh, okay, come on.
And I've gone to Tuskegee for 30 years.
Okay.
And now I'm just touching bases back with different things here because I was in Florida. Matter of fact, I worked for Park Services in Florida. That's why I'm interested. And I retired, and now I'm back home. And that's why I want to know who you are so I can come and see.
You're welcome to.
Because I like plants and stuff like that. I've got all kind of plants still at the house.
Yep.
You know where Rosenwald Heights is? Right down the street. What's the name of that store that we used to go to the store?
Yeah, we'll find it together, I promise.
I can tell you, it's just right behind Mount Zion Cheehaw Church, whatever that church is. It's right behind it. That's Beasley Road.
You know where 199 runs into 81 North Southern Highway to the airport? 199. You turn that left and go about 2 miles right there.
Go underneath the overpass.
Yeah. Right.
All right, Chief, you good, Clay? I'm good. Okay. All right, Chief is gonna have the last question, and then we're gonna turn it over to Jamil for the rest of the evening.
Okay, I just wanted to say to my young brother over here, Joe Turnham has been to a lot of meetings that we've had, and we have squeezed him as you would a lemon to get the best juice out of him to make lemonade with. And Joe Turnham is stuck into a situation whereas local people, just like they don't buy his vegetables and stuff, they don't do nothing else but talk. And so we are in a position now whereas outside people have to become the impetus for generating some new blood among local people so that we can all come together and make for a better Tuskegee. So that's one of the things that you're dealing with when you're dealing with the Joe Turnham. And we have set him down and we have grilled him and we have analyzed and assessed him, and we have charged him with what our expectations are of him. So I believe that the best that's coming out of him now is for the good of the whole county.
Can I just say one thing?
Go right ahead.
I disagree that we have to go externally. What has been done is that and I'm part of the university has fell asleep at the wheel because of the fact that we produce mines that NASA comes down to get. They send Boeing, they fly a helicopter down on Logan Field to come get the people that we produce. So we don't have to go externally, we just have to wake the people up. And in terms of Joe Turnham, he, in the meeting, said that he has lived in Macon County for 2 years. I went and tried to fact check that through the tax records, and I could not pull anything up about any property that he owns. With the last name Turnham.
I need to speak up for Joe.
So he
rents.
Yeah.
So he rents something, that doesn't mean he lives there.
No, he lives there.
Okay.
Let me just add, man, one thing
Okay, so
we want to
we're gonna give Jamil her due
it's really
time,
important
so-
we understand this in our history. Tuskegee was started with Tuskegee was supported with external money. And you go back and look at those buildings on the campus and look at what Booker T did, he went external. We keep forgetting this. And we can't afford to do this because we think we can do everything internal. We tried this. When he says he hadn't gotten the help, I know multiple businesses didn't make it here because people wouldn't do. Family Foods has tried to bring healthy food. When he brought some juices down there, they didn't last. I went back to get them after 3 weeks, went to Mr.
Washington.
Mr. what? Mr. Washington said, Tony, it wasn't selling. I couldn't carry it anymore. We've got to support, and that's what you're saying. We've got to find a way to support the business. But brother, I'm just saying, we got to understand, you work with all people to get what you can out of them. Joe has his difficulties because he was one of the most powerful people in the state of Alabama and still is. He was head of the Democratic Party. He was for years, and he can get you into places. Just like Booker T worked with people from outside to get things here. Go look at those buildings on the campus. He worked with people all over. He worked with people outside. That was external money to help to get Tuskegee going. And we don't understand it.
What kept it going? We did.
We did, but we did with external money in addition.
Universities.
You got to look at the whole picture.
So that's an ongoing discussion that we're not going to solve tonight. People, we're not going to solve it tonight, but it continues to be a conversation that we need to continue to have because there's...
Let me just say one thing.
And I don't mean any disrespect to anybody that I'm sure.
We know, and that's why we're here.
Let me just say one thing in terms of all of this. I think that's one of the reasons why learning our history is so very critical. It also means that we must do what you have done, and that is to do an analysis, because unless you get at the total truth, you got to put all of it on the table. So we are very appreciative of the fact that you're doing that. I also think we have to look at both sides of it, and we can do that. We have to be intelligent about what we're doing and how we're doing it, because that's very important too. Yes, we also have to educate our people.
Right.
One of the problems that we have with the food situation is that our people have not had the taste for organic foods, but it's not true. It is not true. And the reason that it is not true is because we have been growing our own food for a whole long time. So, white folks, and I'm going to say it just like it is, white folks have taken the organic food that my grandmother and grandfather on their 1,000-acre farm, they grew it with the horse manure and the cow manure and the chicken manure and all the rest of the manures and the worms.
I'm playing manure.
I had to mess around with it. My point is this, you all. We have to do what we need to do, and we need to educate ourselves, and we need to educate our people. You are right, Tuskegee lost its way. There is no question about that. We have not had the kind of leadership that we needed to have, because after Luther Foster, it went straight to hell. And I'm just going to tell it like it is. So now we're in the process of rebuilding. And we're going to have to rebuild with everybody and everything that we need to. And whoever we got to do, we got to use it. So that's that. Now, y'all, we got another very important thing that we got to do.
I'm turning it back over to Lucinda. I'm through now. But let's give Mr. Wells